Well, I'm Youval, born in Israel, and that's my wife, Valerie. She's Swiss, born in Switzerland. And we met almost 20 years ago in Cyprus. I was a diving instructor, and then I came to faith there on the island. I met Yeshua, and I would say immediately after that, I met my wife. We met in a discipleship center, a discipling community, Gateways Beyond, on the mountain in Cyprus. And this is where it all began.
Both of us we actually had a career, we had a good life. Youval actually came to the Lord living a career that he really liked, but he really enjoyed as a new believer, being a diver instructor. And I myself was an interior designer, and I really loved fashion, and I was really into the fashion world. But coming to a community and having this discipleship program for us and meeting together there, when we knew the Lord brought us together, and we got married eventually after that. We understood that we actually asked ourselves, should we go back to Switzerland, France? Where is the Lord calling us to do? But it was so much burning inside of us. We knew we had to go back to Israel, even though it was like desert for us and we didn't know anyone. And where we had strong fire in us, we knew we had to go back. And also because what we had together, we were living in a community with families and singles, and having discipleship and evangelism. For us, this is how it's going to be our life. We will not imagine our life differently. In the beginning of Revive Israel, our heart was really to seek the kingdom and His righteousness, to be disciple. We have many new believers coming in our homes, and in our worship daily prayer, we actually understood that we have to pray and worship every day. This is what we actually wanted. This was how we grew up in a community in the Gateways, and this is what we thought, this is what we want to do.
I remember that we used to meet daily for worship in the morning from 8 to 10. And then we had a teaching, and then we had a discussion, and then we went into the work of ministry. And that period it took a few years. Was it maybe 10 years? That we met daily for worship. And we started receiving people coming, non-believing Israelis, but also visitors from abroad. That was a time of growth. That was a time of growth for all of us. As a ministry, as a group, as a team, but also personally, for myself. I learned so much.
And we had discipleship here. We have several different programs and also conferences, and it was a really good starting and for us, growing in what the Lord called us to do.
I would say 20 years later, the promise and the timing of God intersected. It was as if God told us, now is the time. We sensed that the time has come to go back to the original vision we had when we met in Cyprus, to the words that God spoke to us then. As a one new man family, a one new man couple, we live in a one new man reality. And yes, our calling is to Israel. We live in Israel. We speak Hebrew. We minister in Hebrew. Our desire is to see revival in Israel. We want to bring revival to Israel. We want to see Israel changed. But at the same time, as a one new man couple, we're also called to the people of the nations. My heart is full of gratitude. There is no way that I would be who I am now without you. So I want to thank you each and everyone personally for your prayers, for believing for me, believing for my family, believing for my children, and for praying and believing for our community and believing for Israel to be saved.